Hi guys, girls, non-binds, welcome back to my channel. I am Leah Solmaz. If you're into spiritualism, if you're into astrology, whatever else, you might be aware that it was a full moon last night, I think. If you're watching this on Sunday, which is when I intend to post this, I think it was Thursday night. It's actually a super moon and it fell in the sign of Aquarius. Yeah, I'm an Aquarius. So Aquarius, they are often represented by the water bearer who carries a large jug on their shoulders and pours the water onto the land and yeah, all that thing. It's a very humanitarian, community-driven sign by popular opinion. The whole point of this full moon was kind of to get back to this community, humanitarian vibe that's kind of missing from the world, I think. Reflection of like what's missing in the world. That's often what the full moon represents when it falls into different signs. That's just a brief introduction into astrology. I am no expert on astrology by any means. So it got me thinking. So a bit of a dirt road tangent, as always. Years ago, I was on a website called Upwork, which is for freelancers, you know, writers, artists, whatever skills you have, you can go on there and win various contracts. Yeah, provide those skills for someone who's willing to pay. So I was on that for a few years, not enough to give up the day job by any means, but you know, I kind of did it on and off in between my acting and different projects and things. But I did a few designs, art projects, a few writing, pieces for clients and things like that. And one of the writing pieces was actually a meditation script. And weirdly, I found it on my PC the other day. The thing is with Upwork, a lot of these contracts and things, they get you to sign an NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement. So that means the person who is buying that property of work owns that property and they can do with it whatever they wish, and you kind of sign over the rights to that. So I can't remember who bought it. It was a lady, I think, and she was really happy with the script. You know, she ended up paying me double because she was so happy with the script and things. And that was actually one of my highest paid gigs on Upwork. So yeah, I found the script the other day, and yeah, it was a meditation script. All about I am affirmations. So the whole point of I am affirmations, if you've never heard of these, I mean it's quite self-explanatory in one sense, but yeah, for the sake of comprehension, if you've never heard of I am affirmations, it's that thing of bringing yourself back into the present moment first of all, as I am is a present tense. If you're into this kind of community view of the world where we are all connected, which I believe, you know, at the core we are all connected, but I think it's so important not to get so away with the fairies, you know, yeah, I love everyone, I should be open to everyone, hold space for everyone. And no, you shouldn't. You should actually hold space for yourself first and foremost, and see that level of separation between you and other people before you could ever think to connect with someone, you know, to relate with someone. If you don't know yourself, yeah, how could you ever possibly think to relate to other people? it's yeah. And unless you're holding that space, you don't relate to other people. You can't possibly relate to other people. Quite interesting, the whole I am affirmation principle anyway, because not only does it bring you back to the present moment, it brings you back to you as an individual, not we as a collective, I as an individual. Yeah, a bit of an exercise if you want to kind of partake in it and see how it kind of makes you feel, whether or not it kind of gives you that inspirational boost. This is why in a lot of the ancient cultures and religions and things like that, there was a Sabbath day, like a day of rest, where we kind of withdrew our energy from the world. We didn't partake in daily tasks or anything like that. We just kind of focused on us as like this temple, something to kind of be worshipped and things. I think we're all kind of like guilty of getting too caught up in this modern world, you know, where it's all go, 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 and like, yeah, you've got to kind of just keep up with it, and that we often forget to kind of hold that day of rest. It doesn't matter which particular day, you know, hermeticism, like there's different energies for different days and things like that. If you wanted to look into that, feel free. You know, there's also different colours to wear on different days, and yeah, different rituals that you can do to get back into your inner strength and whatnot. I think there was a book I read not last year, the year before. It was Franz Barden, and I think it was the introduction into hermetics. You know, that's quite a good one if you're interested in learning about that. And getting back to I am. So I am is supposed to have been the first words, I believe, God spoke, or the divine or source or whatever you want to call it. It was like the first two words to kind of enter this realm of consciousness. That's kind of the power behind it. But like to strip that back, because like all of the old scriptures and things, they're very metaphorical. They're not to be taken literal. please stop taking these things literal. They're all symbolic, and they're like jigsaw pieces that you've got to try and figure out how it all fits together. So yeah, we've affirmed like the present tense of I am and whatnot. So what follows that becomes a part of the reality around us. So if we say I am stressed, you know, it starts to manifest in our reality, or it manifests in our body, you know. It's the power of thought. Thought always precedes feelings. And this is why so many like self-help gurus and things, you know, they teach that thing of, what is it, the law of attraction and things like that. Change your thoughts and you can change your reality. To a point that is true, but it's actually more about remembering who you are as a person before you could ever think to change your reality. Because if you haven't done the work like inside, like on you as a person, like nothing in your reality is going to change, you know. That's the thing. So yeah, I kind of believe in like the law of attraction and things, but it's I mean, they've completely like decimated the whole concept and thing behind it. The ones who've made tons of money from it, they've completely missed the point with it all. So I am. Take a few deep breaths. Remove yourself away from any kind of distraction, you know, whether it's like you jump in the shower or something like that, where you have to get away if you live with someone, or yeah, just remove the phone completely, you know, keep it in another room. And you can either say it aloud, or if you feel a bit awkward doing that, it's not everyone's cup of tea. Do what's known as like a bit of a temperature check on yourself. Not grab a thermometer, but see where you're holding tension. See if you can identify the thoughts that are kind of causing you distress, or whatever's kind of playing on your mind. See if you can identify those. Then take a couple of deep breaths, you know. The whole point of breath work is to bring yourself back into the present moment, because there is so much more power and freedom within the present moment that we don't give it enough gratitude and importance, you know. We often overlook it. So yeah, once you feel a bit calmer, start to identify those things that are causing you stress by using I am. So I am stressed about, say if you've got like a pending bill or something like that, say I am stressed about whatever bill it is, or I am stressed about my job, I am stressed about my friend not liking me, or if you've had arguments with like your partner or something like that, I am stressed about that. And take a few more deep breaths. Then the next thing to do is remind yourself that bill or whatever it is you're stressed about, you've already found out about it. You're reminding yourself that it's already happened, you know. Then take another deep breath and exhale and say, I am calm. With that, what you're doing is bringing yourself back to you, in your body, as an individual. That stress is outside of you. It's not in you. It's only in you if you allow it. Take another deep breath. And again, I am calm. Another deep breath if you feel you have to. And again, I am calm. Then, what I'd suggest in doing, focusing on a time when you felt like you'd really achieved something. Like you felt amazing in that moment, you know? Even if it was like opening a jar that no one else could open, like something really simple. It doesn't have to be extravagant or anything like that. If it is, fine, you know? And whatever made you feel confident and like that sense of pride. Yeah, so once you've got that achievement feeling going on, you know, reliving that moment, breathe in and breathe out, and do it a couple of times until you let go of that image, but you still kind of hold on to that feeling of achievement. Once you do that, the affirmation you can use is, I am confident. I am confident. I mean, you can use this for any situation, you know, like I am intelligent, you know, like my affirmations to myself like are the fact that I am capable of doing so many different things, you know. If I put my mind to it, I know I can do these things. I am more than capable of doing these things. If you want to use that, by all means use that. You know, the thing is with this I am affirmation, it's that thing of holding space to connect with each other, because like if we know ourselves, then we can like connect with each other and give to each other and receive and all that thing. But it's so important to have these boundaries as well. I think oftentimes we just leave ourselves open, you know, especially like the hippy dippy community where they just want to help everyone, you know, make everyone feel better and like fix things, and but it's not your job. Your job is to look after you first and foremost. There was like one of those random Instagram reel things that I saw a while back actually, but now and then it pops into my brain, you know, and it's this guy, I don't even know his name, but he's like doing a bit of a talk. He's on some talk show and he's like, the thing is, you've got to look after you, because you are the only person that's kind of walked your life. So it's your job to look after you first. I do believe in that self-love aspect. I don't always follow it though, so that's something that I'm definitely trying to work on as a person and trying to fix. But I am more than capable of learning self-love and what that means, and I do genuinely think it's that thing of not compromising yourself to fit in, not compromising yourself to people please, you know, because that means that we're seeking like validation and love and whatever else from outside people, and you know, we think we're holding space for people by being compassionate and like willing to help anyone and everyone, but really we're just kind of holding ourselves at hostage and hoping that like someone kind of like sees that we're in need, I guess. So you can do a number of different affirmations, like I am rich, I am healthy, I am funny, I am whatever it might be, you know. Actually drop a comment with like 3 affirmations for yourself, like I am whatever that may be. Yeah, write it out and let me see as well, because yeah, I'm all for reaffirming myself. Obviously, that is kind of my biggest thing to learn at the minute. So this is like my new like life path has opened up. There's actually the cycle in the tarot where you go through all of the different stages of like this quest, and then like you end up at the beginning and it's like a new quest and there's new things to learn. It's always important to know who you are as a person, before anything else. But always leave that space for things to change, you know. I am adaptable. That could be like a really positive thing, you know. I am resilient. I am able to recognize conflict from other people, like outside of myself. I am able to recognize conflict within myself. So yeah, it's quite an interesting technique, and I think it's so empowering as well. And that was the whole point of the meditation script when I did it. It was that thing of reminding people of that self-power within them. And I guess that's what these YouTube self-care tips and spiritual rants are about, I guess. I don't know. Give praise to yourself, and yeah, look after yourself, because unless you're looking after yourself, you can't possibly look after someone else. And please don't think this is some kind of like tricking yourself into believing like law of attraction thing. It is in one aspect, but it's definitely not. It's just reminding yourself of your own worth, first off, as a person, and your gifts as a person as well. So yeah, subscribe, guys, girls, non-binds, if you're into this kind of stuff, spiritualism, like whatever form, or just philosophy, you know. Yeah, do subscribe, 'cause, yeah, that's kind of like who I am as a person, you know. I find fascinating as well, you know. It really charges like my brain and things, like thinking about these things. So yeah, that's it. What else? Stay awesome, stay classy, be kind, and bye. I forgot where the camera was there. If you're into this kind of community, this is why, like in some of the old cultures and things, like cultures, I think I'm rambling. If you can kind of identify, if that's a new word, identify yourself. Hey, phone switched off again, yeah, woo! I'm like in, oh my god, my stomach. Hiccup. That just seems to fall out when it wants to. Oh god, that just sounds grim.